All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're going to do a reaction. This was a request from the comments. This one is a Nick Smith NBA video, and it's called Never Insult Michael Jordan, the full story. Shut up, little biznitch. You know what it says. Yeah, so we're going to check this out together. Please leave this video a like if you could. It'll help it perform on launch. And as always, if you want to check out this video from Nick Smith, then I will link it in the description below. That way you can watch it without my commentary if that's what you prefer. But without further ado, let's get right into this one. Let's see what this one's all about. It sounds right up my freaking alley.
Welcome to one of the most ruthless, savage Michael Jordan stories that you've ever heard.
Oh, let's do it,
now,
man.
You may have heard of this story before, but you've never seen it made
Byron
like this.
Scott.
This
Terrell
video
Owens.
includes everybody that was involved on this day.
What's Terrell Owens got to do with
Harvey,
this?
Derek Martin, Byron Scott, Phil Jackson, Michael Jordan, on the day that he got his revenge. This is why you never talk trash to the GOAT. Because even if you think that you have the game won, you don't.
Yeah.
And this is the story. A few things before the video begins. I really want to say I hope you guys are enjoying the MJ series. This is 23 Michael Jordan videos in 23 days. The one thing I'd love for you to do is hit that like button. These videos take a long time to edit and produce for you guys. So if you do enjoy them, please help me out by hitting that
Yeah, I
like.
feel you. Go support Nick Smith if you enjoy the content. A little like or a comment goes a long way for a YouTube channel. Okay, let's get right to the beef here.
Releases. All the video footage and credits is located on the screen right now, and also down below in the description box if you want to watch the full videos in their entirety. And I hope you guys enjoy the video.
You inspired what many say was one of his greatest comebacks. In a game you would never think that Mike was going to create this comeback, and you sparked the moment.
With the Grizzlies, and one of my teammates, Derek Martin, had been in LA with Mike when he was filming Space Jam.
Oh, yeah. For those of you who don't know, when Michael Jordan... Okay, so Jordan comes back out of retirement from baseball, loses... like he played like 17, 18 games and then lost in the playoffs. And he was out of shape and the team wasn't, they weren't all there. So he's doing this movie, Space Jam, and he has them, Warner Brothers, build him this place, which is an indoor basketball court. And the entire summer, he's just inviting NBA players from all over the country to come and play with him. And a couple of them even, appeared in the movie. But yeah, he was training the entire time. And if you see him with the baseball body in 95, and then you see him the next season, it looks like he gained like 10, 15 pounds of muscle. He was in such good shape. But it's just because he didn't take a break. So his summer break was massive training, intense training.
Jam. It was the summer after he filmed Space Jam.
Okay. 1995.
Yes.
Yeah.
Michael is doing Space Jams.
That's right, Space Jam.
So he has a court built down for him on the lot.
So
Here in
cool.
Los Angeles.
Yes, here in Los Angeles, for him to play basketball.
Right.
He's got every overseas guy playing and everything, so he's like, this is not challenging to me. He calls Magic Johnson. Says, hey, you got any guys that play at UCLA? I hear about the UCLA legendary runs. Can you send some of these guys down here? So Magic calls me and says, hey, little fella, can you take a couple guys down there and play?
It's
against
Juwan
Michael?
Howard.
All right, cool, no problem. So I get Chris Mills, Tracy Murray. So we go down there and play. We walk in, we're waiting our turn. Finally, it's our turn. We come on. It's 6-6, going to 7.
One thing you don't want to do is give Michael Jordan bulletin board material. Don't say anything.
Yeah.
Don't talk trash
No.
to him. Just let him be.
Yeah.
I come down.
I'd much prefer Michael Jordan like me than hate me. Because Michael doesn't forget, man. I mean, he's borderline psychopath.
On the break on the wing and go what we call a hands up move, like I'm going to shoot the shot. Michael jumps up. I go by and lay it up for game. I commence into talking the best
Dude.
trash ever.
Don't do it. One
against
layup.
him. Michael, you get out of my town. This is my town.
Oh, no.
You're
went
not
big. You
even
went-
the real MJ. My man, Magic Johnson is
Man, he won a championship in LA. Don't or against LA in your hometown, man. Don't do this.
MJ. I'm just going so hard that Chris Mills, 6'8", picks me up and my feet are dangling. And I'm trying to put
Little fella.
yeah, hand over my mouth, and he says, "Derek, stop."
We always say, let the sleeping giant sleep.
Yeah, right.
You know,
Yeah.
don't do anything to ruffle his feathers.
And I'm like, no, I'm just going in. 2 games later, he comes back on, and their team beat us. So he's following me around the gym now.
He's
and
telling you, and this is
he's-
all in
yeah.
the what you would call
Yeah.
like the Space Jam
Yes.
pickup game.
Pickup game.
Okay.
Exactly.
Before the season.
Before the season. So now we fast forward to the season.
Right.
We're about to play Chicago in Vancouver.
The greatest player, arguably, of all time, came to town for the very first time. The day was November 30th, 1995. The Vancouver Grizzlies were 2-12, and they were up against the 1995-1996 Chicago Bulls.
Oh, literally the greatest team of all time. Wow. Okay, so this story is probably going to be along the lines of Vancouver was going to steal a win against the greatest team of all time, and then he sets off MJ, and MJ punishes him. I'm assuming this is how it's going to go, because they only lost what? That was a 71. They lost like 11 games that season, if I'm not mistaken.
Talking about Jordan's comeback season where the Bulls had the most wins of any championship team ever.
Yep.
This was
That black
the
jersey
Death
was
Star
sick.
coming to town. And in the first quarter, it is not really there.
And, you know, Jordan comes out and he hits a couple long jumpers.
Michael at the arc.
Ooh, step back
For
three
two. Long deuce.
or long deuce.
He's moving at half speed to the point where I'm kind of going like, is he ever going to run fast? Is he going to try? He kind of fades into the background a bit as much as, you know, Michael Jordan can. No matter what town we go to, the fans are up for it. The players on the other team are up for it. They want a piece of us. This is the biggest game of some of these guys' careers.
Yeah.
And for Michael Jordan, he'd rather just kind of like put up 25 shots, you know, score 30 points and hopefully go home with a 20-point win.
Yeah.
But you quickly realize that maybe that's not going to happen tonight.
Halftime comes. Chicago still up 44-42. Both teams just 19 points in that second quarter. We keep waiting for the Chicago Bulls to be the Chicago Bulls, and they are not. And we can start seeing on the sidelines a little bit Phil Jackson looking a
Oh,
wee bit
Bill Wennington got
unhappy.
dunked on.
Yeah, and I mean, like, this is because, like, I actually think Phil Jackson didn't care for the first half either. like I think he's even just like, can I like go have a drink and like,
Maybe. I wonder what was going on this game. Because for the majority of the season, they were like amped up every single night. So maybe they all stayed out and partied or something too much the night before. They're all acting hungover.
just go to bed or what. Actually, there was one point in the first half he was even bantering with some fans.
They're all having a discussion, I think, with the fans behind the Bulls bench.
I think these people are very distracted by the whole Vancouver Grizzlies thing. But anyway, he starts getting pissed off.
We're up 8. Mike is 4 for 16 from the field. He's having a really rough night.
Right. And you know, it's funny, in this third quarter, what we get is what seems to be the signature Antonio Harvey energy burst.
Antonio Harvey, the tomahawk. Michael running circles around Edwards.
Uh-oh. MJ got
Defense,
blocked.
dunk, defense.
Ooh, head.
gets pumped. You know, the crowd cheers, and you're like,
That was a head-to-head
Is
contact.
third quarter like Antonio Harvey time or something?
We are getting to the end of the third quarter at this point, but then Derek Martin comes in.
So I go by,
no.
make a layup, get an N1, get fouled. We go up 9 with about
10 minutes to go in the game, and we're winning.
And I watch it and I go, oh, nice. Like that was one of the 4 or 5 best plays of the game to that point. But then quickly my attention turns from the great play on the court to the, oh no, like, oh my God, what?
Yeah, that's fair. He got that up off of, I believe Bill Wennington was 7 foot and Kukoc was like 6'8". Yeah, that's a good
What are
layup.
you doing,
Whoop.
man?
And
As
one,
he,
really.
with a super kind of like nasty attitude, stomps towards the Bulls bench.
Uh-oh.
And oh no, again, straight
Uh-oh.
at Michael Jordan.
Has he not learned? He hasn't learned. Okay. All right. He hasn't learned up until this point.
And from behind, his head is nodding like he's saying some harsh words.
Oh, right at Mike. Right at MJ.
And then something happens that sort of turns the entire narrative of this game around from one that we remember as Michael Jordan comes to town.
Oh, no.
To Michael Jordan has one of his signature moments that is still remembered by certain people around the league to this game.
It's
And
one way
that
for
is
Derek
because
Martin
of
to get
Derek
remembered.
Martin.
He decides to say to Michael Jordan, who's having an off night, "Hey, Mike, shit's not falling tonight, Mike. You're having an off night, Mike."
Told you we're gonna whoop your ass tonight.
To Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Oh, no.
This is the moment I'm going like, dude, I get that you're pumped. I get this is a big moment. And who wouldn't be excited to do that?
Yeah, but know who you are and know who he is. You don't. That's like, I don't know. I don't even know what the hell to compare that to. That's like winning your first like featherweight boxing match and then going right into Mike Tyson's face and being like, "I'll take you, little punk." You know, I bet you're scared of me, Mike. You know, no, Mike Tyson's going to destroy you. Don't do it. It's just like Michael Jordan. You don't do it. Just don't do it. Even at his old age now, in his 50s, I would not talk trash about basketball to Michael Jordan. I bet he's got something left in the tank. He'll embarrass me somehow. You know, it's just one thing you don't do. Talk trash with Michael Jordan on basketball or Mike Tyson with boxing.
But you look at Michael Jordan and you walk the other way, man. You just walk the other way.
Phil Jackson looks down the bench. Like, what do you want to do?
Michael sees weakness in people. If he saw that the individuals were weak, he attacked and kept attacking until they quit.
So Michael ties his shoe up.
He's not in the game at this point.
No, not in the game. Shoes untied.
Is this the third quarter?
And just as they cut to commercial, heading into the fourth quarter, they zoom in on Jordan sitting on the bench, and he is not happy. I will tell you that. You could tell he's ruminating it. He's playing it over and over in his head.
Yeah, he's visualizing it. He's already thinking about how he's going to destroy this kid.
And everyone is thinking, who did not see that Martin Jordan
It was
interaction,
just one layup.
This could be Vancouver's night.
How are you going to make one layup and you're going to talk trash to the greatest of all time? This guy gets what's coming. Whatever's coming to him, he deserves.
Crowd is smelling something good in there. Oh, it is.
This could be a huge upset.
Like Derek Martin at this point is begging to be embarrassed.
Yeah, a guy who scores 5 points a game.
Yeah, like you can't.
Yes.
You had the bucket.
Yeah.
You're up. You can't blow this. They don't need the game. This is the year where they win 72 games.
Right. We're not losing this one tonight. We're going to
Yeah,
take this one.
so they lost 10. They lost 10. And if it wasn't for this, they possibly could have lost 11. And it would have been a big deal for a team like Vancouver, who they sucked that year. So it would have been a big deal for them to have a confidence boost saying, "Hey man, we beat the freaking Bulls. You know, we could beat anybody." But whoops.
Went home. Ties his shoes up, takes his towel off, walks in and says, "Little man, I told you about talking trash to me." I said, "Man, we up 9 with 3 minutes to go. You're not beating me tonight."
Really?
And as soon as the Grizzlies get up by 7, that's when it turns. Jordan immediately gets a dunk.
Michael.
Oh yeah, he's alive now.
Tomahawk.
He's awake.
That's what they all came to see. And maybe that'll ignite him. Michael with only 12 points, his first basket here. Maybe Superman's come out of the phone booth, huh? Yep.
It's so funny because Shaq lays claim to the Superman thing, but they were calling Jordan Superman before they were calling Shaq Superman. But somehow Shaq is so sensitive about Dwight Howard being called Superman. It's just insecure because Jordan never made a big deal about Shaq being called Superman. He was like, whatever.
You know, the first time he goes to the bucket and he dunks, and it's the classic.
Boom.
It's the jump man pose, arm up, arm back, legs spread, classic tongue out and everything. It's the first time you see his true speed.
Yeah.
And that speed is, it seems exponential to that of everyone else on the court. Like he's a full step ahead.
He was just trying to cruise through the game. You had to wake up. I mean, sometimes Sleeping Giant doesn't move until provoked. And he got provoked.
Step back, long 2.
Over the top of Scott. Michael's second in a row. He has 14.
Then he gets
I bet
the
Byron Scott
circus
wasn't
layup.
happy about this.
They clear it out. Oh, what a move by Jordan on the reverse.
Jordan gets a fadeaway.
Whoa, you timeout, huh, Brian?
There he is. The whole team knows it too. Randy Brown. Randy Brown was like one of my favorite dudes on this team. He didn't play that much. He was a defensive specialist guard. He normally play in garbage time, but dude, the coolest teammate, man. The coolest teammate you could ever ask for.
Whirlwind. It's
He is showing why he is Michael Jordan. He gets
ooh.
a nasty and one fadeaway on Country, where he basically just shoves Country
Big Country.
in the face as he's shooting.
Daddy, the little country, Austin Reeves. Not really.
4 minutes to go in the fourth. Jordan on the pull-up.
Yes!
And a foul.
Big Country couldn't get out of the way. 20 for MJ.
I think they
Oops.
opened the phone booth just in time for Superman to arrive here in the fourth quarter. 10 points
That
for
was
Jordan
clumsy
in the
by
fourth
Reeves.
quarter
But then he gets a fadeaway, getting the Bulls up 6.
The classic.
against Byron Scott.
Yeah, poor Byron Scott, man. He must have been pissed off. He knows Michael Jordan. He knows not to do this, and he didn't talk any trash, and he's the one who has to guard him. That's not fair, dude. It's not fair at all.
And if you watch the video,
His last jump shot, this is no like catches the ball in the post.
the last one he made to win,
He does the typical Jordan fadeaway.
Bang.
He's fading towards our bench. He knocks down the shot. They go up by 6.
he's looking for me on the bench.
he walks over, and I watched it like 4 times because it was such a key moment to the story of this game. He walks over, and of course, just like perfectly scripted, Derek Martin's sitting on the baseline, like he's not sitting on the bench. He's sitting on the ground, like where the squeegee kids sit and where sometimes like the trainers sit. Maybe he's getting stretched out or whatever. But Jordan comes over and he's standing over him, all 6'6", and he admonishes him like a child. Like he looks down at him, he wags his finger.
He turns to the bench and says,
Shut up, you little bitch.
Yes.
"Shut up, you little bitch."
Never fucking talk to me ever that way again.
Even more perfect than I imagined.
All
He
right.
did say that.
Wow.
True story. And
True story.
You can't hear what he says, but I promise you, his words were, "Shut up, you little bitch."
Don't ever fucking try.
I fucking love it. I fucking love it. That's my favorite thing about MJ is when you piss him off, he goes quiet. And then he kills you. And then he tells you, look at this, look at this. You know, he heard it. Scotty heard it. They're like, oh shit. You done set off the monster again.
Try this shit again.
Bye.
Like that was, it was so clear.
Hey,
that
pointed
he
at
was
him too.
Treating him like a child, basically coming over to say, this is what you get.
Yeah.
If you say stupid shit.
Yeah.
He gets a steal and a dunk with 30 seconds left.
Green roll. Harvey didn't roll. The steal by Jordan. Goes in on Anthony.
Oh, man.
Michael with the steal.
Bulls salting
It's all
this
your
one
fault.
away.
Then he gets another steal and another dunk to finish the game off.
Again. Tip. You
Oh,
don't even
no.
tip, Tony. Michael to the line.
Oh, no.
Finish it that way. 29 for Jordan. The Bulls run their record on the road trip.
Damn, they killed. Well, they didn't kill him. They didn't kill him. My bad. I saw the wrong score. Yep. No, they would have lost if it wasn't for Jordan icing it in the fourth quarter like this, like crushing it. They would have lost. Yeah. Done made a big mistake, sir. Wait, tell him never to fucking try that shit again. Yeah, he is. He's sending him. Go and tell him.
And the final score. Michael
Wait, did you wait? Just look at this. Look at this. This is so funny. He's sending a messenger now.
The Bulls run their record on the road trip to 5-1.
Look at him. He's sending him. Yeah, go tell him.
And the final score, Michael Jordan with a hot
Scotty has seen this so many times. He has seen this so many times in his career. Jordan just getting pissed and then winning the game pretty much by himself. What a happy guy. Like, I know he doesn't appreciate it now, but dude, Scotty had it good. Scotty had it good back then. He didn't have to do this stuff. He just had to go in and be a great number 2 guy. Play solid defense, move the ball around, hit a couple jump shots, get some rebounds, but mainly play defense and just support. And MJ, man, MJ did all the fucking rest. MJ was crazy.
Fourth quarter, 19 in the fourth quarter. And the Bulls prevail in this one, 94-88.
Jordan, 19 points in the final 7 minutes.
19 points in the final 7 minutes. Wow. So the majority of his points came in the last 7 minutes after he got what I want to say triggered, but not that. I guess he got triggered. He got a fire lit up his ass.
You do the math on that. If he played at that pace and played just 37, 38 minutes, he gets 100 points. But he was so mediocre in the first 3.5 quarters, ended up with sort of a typical Jordan line, 14 for 26 from the field, 29 points, 3 rebounds, 3 steals, 4 assists. Both teams were bad that game, but all it took was Jordan stepping it on for 6 or 7 minutes there at the end.
So those are things that
That's why we say, all of us old heads that watched all this stuff say, like, dude, if Jordan was just selfish and trying to rack up numbers, the amount of points he could have scored would be stupid. And then the amount of assists he can get just because he's taking in that double team would also be stupid. I mean, I'm talking like 40 and 10 and like 7 rebounds. That could have been him if you wanted to. Fight me in the comments if you want. I welcome you to. It's all good. I saw it with my own eyes. I know what he was capable of, but the thing is he wanted to win. Win first, look good second. Y'all seen White Men Can't Jump? It's been a minute for me.
drove him, the little things that drove him.
24 points in the last 10 minutes.
He went on to score the next 15 points to beat us. I poked the bear that night, and he showed me truly what greatness meant. And so that was a learning lesson.
We go in the locker room after the game. Mike has killed us.
Right.
Byron Scott was assigned to guard Mike.
Oh, I was waiting for this. Yeah, Byron Scott, he should be the most pissed off of anyone.
They've been doing a great job.
Against Byron Scott.
In every game that I went in playing against MJ, first of all, I was like, man, I'm happy it's just twice a year. He ain't in the West Coast. I'm happy it's twice a year. And it wasn't I was scared. It was just like, I'm going to challenge his ass as much as I can.
And then Mike lit him up for 24 points in the last 10 minutes of the game.
And he is just embarrassing Byron Scott. I'm not even making fun of Byron Scott. Byron Scott simply cannot, I was going to say can't stay in front of him. He can't even really react.
What are you going to do against that?
Byron Scott left in the dust as Michael Jordan now goes to all-world NBA Jam on fire.
Yeah.
He comes in the locker room. He's on fire. He walks up to Derek Martin and says, listen, don't you ever talk to the guy I'm guarding.
Yep.
I know this dude's a killer. I said, but I gotta go out here and show up.
Yep.
You talk to your guy. Don't you talk. Oh, we had to break. It was almost a fight in the locker room.
And that's the story of Michael Jordan. And that's the story of the Vancouver Grizzlies.
Oh, man.
And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please help me out by hitting that like button.
Splash. Oh, man. That was good. That was really, really good. I had heard of that story before, but I never saw it with all those angles like that. So for the comment that suggested this, thank you very much. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought about the video. I could watch this kind of stuff all day. I absolutely love these stories. They never get old for me. But yeah, this is kind of where I always come from, which is like talk trash, but back it up. And that's MJ. That's where I learned it from as a kid. Like, don't talk trash if you're gonna lose. If you ain't gonna back it up, like, you shut up. So, young kids watching, remember that. Nobody looks dumber than somebody who talks trash and then gets his ass whooped. Nobody looks dumber than that. Don't be that dude. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Like the video if you could. I'd appreciate it. Subscribe if you want more content like this. And I'll see you tomorrow for the next one. Peace out.